The intensity of this story is off the charts. Every new detail peels back another layer of deceit, and trust me, it's going to make viewers furious. This isn't just another Hollywood scandal, it's personal and it's vicious. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, Hollywood's golden couple, just watched their legal empire crumble in real time. Fake witnesses, bribery plots, manipulative tricks, all exposed. Nothing stays hidden anymore. Juries see through lies, and credibility is everything. Judge Lyman saw right through the facade, and now Blake's entire case is collapsing faster than her carefully curated public image. She thought she could waltz into court, sprinkle some legal jargon, toss in a few crocodile tears, and walk out unscathed. Reality check? It backfired spectacularly. The kind of disaster where retiring to open a bakery seems more achievable than salvaging her reputation. Judge Lyman, with the patience of a saint, finally called her out, a PR circus masquerading as a lawsuit. The truth? Testimonies matter. If the jury sees deception, they punish it, and Blake's entire narrative is built on manipulation, smoke, and mirrors, designed to sway public opinion, but it's blown up in her face. This isn't just a legal fight anymore, it's a high-stakes battle where every lie is a landmine waiting to explode. Then the leaks started. A recording emerged that lawyers dream about, a smoking gun. Emmanuel, one of the most powerful agents in Hollywood, confirmed what everyone suspected. Justin Baldon was blacklisted, not for wrongdoing, but because he was friends with the wrong people, the very couple trying to control the narrative. The fallout was immediate. WME severed ties, not based on facts, but because Ryan and Blake pulled the right strings. And now, thanks to that audio, it's not speculation, it's undeniable evidence of manipulation. Blake's house of cards is collapsing, and her PR team is scrambling for the nearest exit. Just when you think it couldn't get worse, the Freakonomics podcast episode containing that audio mysteriously vanished. Think about it. The one piece of media exposing Hollywood corruption disappears overnight. The implication is chilling. Immense power can literally erase truth from public view. But here's the kicker. The damage was done. Baldon now has a clear path to seek justice, and the PR nightmare for Lively has escalated into potential defamation territory. Blake's so-called legal strategy has been a masterclass in self-destruction. Her lawsuit ballooned to 180 pages, riddled with overblown claims, inconsistent stories, and desperate theatrics. The key evidence? A video she hyped as career-ending for Baldon backfired spectacularly. It showed her smiling, fully engaged, contradicting every claim she made. Every attempt to rewrite history only deepened her credibility crisis. Her excuses became absurd. He wasn't in character, she claimed, ignoring the fact that acting is literally the job. Legal analysts are unanimous. Even one lie could void her testimony, and she's been caught in multiple. She tried to manipulate the jury, the public, and even her own PR team, but every effort crashed spectacularly. Fake witnesses collapsed. Bribery attempts exploded. Attempts to spin kindness as toxic behavior? Ridiculous. Leaks showing her manipulating the industry? Publicly undeniable. Even her PR firm reportedly wanted nothing to do with the disaster. Now every move she makes digs the hole deeper. Accusations against Baldon for being too kind, attempting to hide Taylor Swift's private messages, trying to erase evidence with AEO orders. Every stunt screams desperation. Every lie magnifies humiliation. Judges aren't fooled. Juries aren't fooled. Even Hollywood insiders are calling out the nonsense. This is beyond a lawsuit. It's a full-scale, self-inflicted catastrophe. And Ryan Reynolds, the man who built a career on charm and humor, now helplessly linked to one of the most humiliating legal train wrecks in recent Hollywood history. They thought connections, money, and influence could rewrite reality. They failed spectacularly. Even hiring former CIA operatives couldn't save the sinking ship. Their credibility is annihilated. Every strategy, every PR maneuver, every legal ploy, dead on arrival. This case has officially reached the point of no return. Blake's reputation is in ruins. Every lie, every failed plot, Every collapse of a fake witness or bribery scheme has been documented and broadcast. She's boxed herself in, trapped by her own decisions. There's no graceful exit. Even if she settles, the damage is permanent. The public sees the truth. The courtroom sees the truth. And the lesson? Hollywood power doesn't translate to courtroom victory. You can't buy credibility, and you can't bribe justice. Every twist, every leaked recording, every failed PR stunt only fuels the spectacle. This isn't just a story, it's a warning. The higher you climb on lies, manipulation, and influence, the harder you fall. Blake Lively's fall is absolute, and it's mesmerizing to watch. If you thought you'd seen it all, hit subscribe because the unraveling is far from over. Every lie, every exposed secret, every court revelation is only going to get messier, and you don't want to miss a second of this Hollywood implosion. This story is getting more intense by the minute. Every layer that's uncovered only fuels the fire, making it impossible to stay calm. Anger is building because secrets that were meant to stay hidden are now spilling out. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, the so-called golden couple of Hollywood, are facing a complete meltdown as their legal drama collapses spectacularly. Fabricated witnesses, desperate attempts at bribery, and manipulative tricks have all been exposed. There's nowhere to hide anymore. The jury sees straight through lies, and credibility is everything in court. Judge Lyman, with uncanny patience, has seen right through their Hollywood theatrics. Now, Blake's entire case is disintegrating at lightning speed. She believed she could walk into court, toss around fancy legal terms, shed a few calculated tears, and emerge victorious. Instead, she's facing total humiliation. It's the kind of fiasco where even opening a bakery seems more realistic than saving her reputation. The judge didn't hold back either, calling the lawsuit what it really is, a PR spectacle dressed up as a legal battle. This isn't just about legal arguments, this is about exposing lies. Every testimony matters, and if the jury detects deceit, they will crush it. And right now, Blake's story is unraveling, revealing manipulation and calculated theatrics aimed only at swaying public perception. Then, the leaks hit. A recording surfaced that's a literal nightmare for her. Hollywood's dirty secrets laid bare. It wasn't just random evidence, this was a smoking gun that confirmed what everyone feared. Justin Baldon had been blocked from projects not because of wrongdoing, but because of his connections, or lack thereof, with the right people. And who are those people? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds themselves. The fallout was immediate. Baldon's former agency severed ties, not based on facts, but because of the power and influence wielded behind the scenes. Thanks to that leaked audio, it's no longer speculation. This is undeniable proof that Blake's side was manipulating the system to ruin a career. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more absurd, another twist emerged. The Freakonomics podcast episode containing that explosive audio mysteriously vanished. Think about it. An episode that could expose Hollywood's hidden corruption simply disappears. The implications are staggering. The people in power have the ability to erase inconvenient truths, manipulate narratives, and control what the public sees. Yet, even with that level of influence, this time it backfired. The audio was already out, and the damage irreversible. Justin Baldon now has a clear path to take legal action, transforming what was once just a PR nightmare into a potential defamation case that could haunt Blake for years. Blake's strategy has been a masterclass in self-sabotage. Her lawsuit ballooned to nearly 180 pages, stuffed with exaggerated claims, contradictory stories, and desperate attempts at manipulation. The key piece of evidence, a video she built her entire case around, completely undermined her claims. It revealed her smiling, fully engaged, and contradicting the narrative she'd spun. Every attempt to rewrite history only exposed her further. Excuses became increasingly absurd, from blaming Baldon for not being in character to claiming she was forced to act a certain way. Legal experts are unanimous. Even one proven lie could void her testimony, and she's been caught in multiple. every failed tactic has dug her deeper. Fake witnesses crumbled under scrutiny. Alleged bribery attempts fell apart. Attempts to spin kindness as a crime were met with public ridicule. Even her own PR firm reportedly wanted out, acknowledging that this disaster was beyond repair. With every desperate move, her credibility erodes further. She's no longer just losing a lawsuit, she's orchestrating a full-scale public humiliation. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds, once Hollywood's charming everyman, watches helplessly as the legal and PR nightmare spirals out of control. Their combined power, connections, and money have failed spectacularly. Even hiring top-tier crisis managers and former intelligence operatives couldn't salvage the situation. Every plan, every stunt, every lie completely backfired. The courtroom isn't like Hollywood. Judges care about facts, evidence, and the truth, not crafted narratives or celebrity influence. And Blake is learning that the hard way. But just when you think Blake couldn't embarrass herself any further, she went even deeper. Every move she made seemed to amplify the disaster. She insisted she had a video that would ruin Baldwin's career, a supposed smoking gun, but when it finally surfaced, it showed the exact opposite. She was smiling, confident, and completely at ease, shattering the narrative she had worked so hard to spin. Every lie, every attempt to manipulate perception collapsed spectacularly in public view. Her credibility, already fragile, was now in shreds. And the excuses? Outrageous. She claimed trauma from a dancing scene, then suddenly said she was just forced to act, rewriting the story yet again. Every contradictory statement, every amended complaint just reinforced how unreliable she appeared. Legal analysts agree. One falsehood can void an entire testimony, and she's been caught in multiple. Her attempts to control the narrative only deepened the perception of deceit. Her tactics became desperate and absurd. Fake witnesses? Exposed. Alleged HR complaints? Suspicious and ignored by the press. Even her own media allies refused to touch the story. Her PR firm reportedly wanted out, unwilling to continue cleaning up a mess beyond repair. And then came the most ridiculous accusations yet, attacking Baldwin for being too kind, framing generosity as a crime. Hollywood had officially entered absurd territory, with every failed attempt making Blake appear more desperate and delusional. Ryan Reynolds, normally the charming, witty face of Hollywood, had to watch as their empire of influence crumbled around them. Even hiring former intelligence operatives couldn't reverse the damage. Every effort to bury evidence, manipulate public opinion, or control the courtroom was met with failure. The courtroom operates on facts, credibility, and truth, not celebrity power or PR stunts. Blake learned that the hard way. She's no longer just losing a case, she's orchestrating a full-scale career meltdown in real time. Now we reach the final act of this Hollywood disaster, and the chaos is absolute. Every single strategy Blake and Ryan tried has spectacularly backfired. Bribery attempts? Dead. Fake witnesses? Exposed. Media manipulations? Collapsed. Even their high-level PR and crisis teams, including former intelligence operatives, couldn't fix the train wreck they created. The truth is out, and the courtroom sees it all. Judges don't care about red carpets, Oscars, or Instagram perfect images. They care about evidence and honesty. And Blake's credibility? Completely annihilated. The desperation only grew. She attempted to suppress messages, hide evidence, and spin public perception, but every effort only drew more attention to the disaster. The public can see through the lies now, and so can the court. Ryan Reynolds, once Hollywood's golden charm, is helplessly tied to this implosion. They thought their influence, money, and connections could manipulate reality, but they miscalculated. No amount of Hollywood power can rewrite the law. Even the PR narrative, which they poured millions into, has collapsed. Former allies are backing away. Media outlets refuse to report on fake claims. Everything Blake tried to orchestrate has exploded in her face.
At this point, the only options left are humiliating defeat or an emergency settlement, both of which will permanently stain their reputations. There's no graceful exit. Even if the case is settled quietly, the public already knows the truth, and their credibility is beyond repair. This isn't just a legal loss, it's a full-scale, self-inflicted career catastrophe. The unraveling of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds is a cautionary tale for anyone who believes that power, fame, or money can bend the law or public perception. Every lie, every manipulation, every failed attempt to control the narrative has only made the collapse inevitable. Their story has become a living example that credibility, honesty, and the truth are the ultimate currency, and when those are gone, even the most powerful people are left exposed and vulnerable. The lesson is clear. Hollywood influence only takes you so far. Judges see the truth, juries see the truth, and now the world sees the truth. Blake Lively's house of cards has fallen, and Ryan Reynolds is caught in the fallout. This is a story that will be talked about for years, an epic reminder that deception always comes back to bite. If you want to witness every twist, lie, and shocking revelation as it unfolds, make sure to subscribe, hit like, and stay tuned, because this legal and PR disaster is far from over, and you won't want to miss a single moment.